Hi guys, welcome back to another casual Friday video. It is officially September, which means in the UK a lot of kids are going back to school, and it also means a lot of people are about to start at university or go back to university. This is the first year I will not be going back because I have graduated. Instead, I will be doing a special video from the perspective of a graduate, giving you guys some advice on starting university. And I'm also hoping this may help people who are actually just going back to university in their second year as well. Hopefully this will help you guys out, might make you a little bit better, and I'm going to begin. Okay, number one, social media is your friend. When you first start to find out you've got into university especially, you go onto Facebook group and you join all Facebook groups you can find about university, and then you start making friends. Make group chats of your course mates, make group chats of your housemates or your flatmate, and just get to know as many people as you can before you start university. Just don't do what I did and post on there constantly and make everyone hate you. Number two, please do not feel ashamed if you're homesick. Whether you're 18, 25 or even 35 and just starting uni, there's nothing wrong with being homesick. So many people get homesick. I used to go home a lot, especially in first year, but I didn't live too far away from my family. I was quite lucky, but I know there are people who live a lot further away from their family, so they can't visit them as much. So I do recommend Skyping them as much as you want, calling them as much as you want. Don't be ashamed to be homesick. It's normal, it makes you human, and there's nothing wrong with it. Number three, now first year is just a trial period. Whatever grade you get in first year does not count towards your final grade when you finish your degree. So what I'm trying to say is, as long as you get 40%, that's classed as a pass. You can go into second year, so just have as much fun as you can in first year. Get to know as many people as you can, go out as much as you can, just get to know uni life. Basically, don't get too stressed out over work in first year because it doesn't count. Please don't go to people and say, you watched a YouTuber last night and she said not do any work in first year, it doesn't count anyway. Please try and do as well as you can in first year. I'm just saying, you don't need to work as hard as second and third year because it's not as important. Okay, number four, for some people, university will be their first time ever going clubbing. So I'm going to give you some advice on how to stay safe. Okay, so number one, make sure when you go out with your friends that you all have a meeting point if you get lost. Make sure when you go out you have a fully charged phone or bring a phone charger with you. If you cannot get separated from your friends, please book a taxi to get yourself home. Please do not attempt to walk home late at night by yourself. Please, especially if you've been drinking, do not go home by yourself. Either try and find a friend to take you home or get a taxi. If someone offers to buy you a drink and you don't know who they are, please go to the bar with them and actually watch the drink get served and actually watch them give you the drink, so make sure it doesn't get spiked. I'm not doing this to scare anyone, I'm just saying this because I want to keep you guys safe. Please keep an eye on your drinks and never leave a drink behind. If you go to the toilet, leave a drink behind. When you come back, please do not drink it, buy another one. If you ever feel at all uncomfortable with anyone in the club, please do not be afraid to go to a bouncer and let them know that someone's hassling you, and they should be able to get rid of them for you. Last but not least, when you get home safe, please make sure you let someone know when you get home. Get separated in a club can be a scary thing. As long as you're sensible, follow these advice, you're going to be fine. Okay, so number five, a lot of universities do not give all first years accommodation. Some have to look for private housing, but if you are in halls, you may be told over the year that you need to start looking for houses for next year, like October, November time. You'll probably start being hassled by estate agents and everyone, people saying look for a house, all the best houses are going to be gone, we don't get a house now, and estate agents say the same thing to you to try and get you to buy a house early. I recommend looking for a house after January. Just don't feel pressured into buying a house early just because you think the best houses are gone, because that is not true. But you can look up to as late as August and you probably will still find something as a decent house, so please do not panic. A lot of universities will have a website where they have all the landlords and estate agents that they recommend you go with. So I'd recommend looking at the websites the uni gives you for its uni vetted landlords and estate agents. I would definitely recommend private landlords over estate agents any day. Number six, now this one's an odd one, but bear with me. I would recommend starting dissertation research in second year. Now I know that's a really big thing to hear, dissertation, because that's such a stressful thing you do in third year, but I really would recommend starting your research for that in second year, because then you're way ahead of everyone else. But if you don't know what you want to do for dissertation yet in second year, that's fine as well. But if you have an idea of what you want to do, I definitely would start researching it. When it comes to actually writing it, you already have the research aspect sorted. Number 7, nearly forgot the wrong number then. Make as much use of a library and other school facilities as you can. I say school because most universities separate different degrees with different schools. So don't go out and buy textbooks, because a lot of the time the textbooks you require for your degree you can either find in your university library, or you can find them online, either on the university library site or on things like Google Book. Quite a lot of websites let you read books for free. Some of them let you read a bit of a book, some let you read the entire book. So I definitely recommend trying to find a textbook online first before you go out and spend like 40 quid on a textbook you're never going to use again. Same with facilities. I personally have got Adobe Creative Cloud on my computer anyway. I used that for my degree, but I got it in my laptop anyway because I use it for YouTube. But I wouldn't recommend going out and buying it if you don't actually need it for anything else but your degree, because a lot of the computers in your school will have the programs you need for each bit of work anyway. Number 8, the best place is the food shop. If you're going to actually physically shop somewhere, I'd recommend Asda and Lidl, because both those places are very, very cheap for students. But if you want to online shop for whatever reason, then I'd recommend Asda, because Asda has a £25 delivery. So as long as you spend £25, you can have your food delivered. Tesco and sadly Sainsbury's, which is what I actually work for, so I feel bad saying this, they're not as good to shop for online as a student, because you spend £40 to get your food delivered from them. So I'd recommend shopping with Asda online and Asda and Lidl like physically if you can. Number 9, oh God, what was wrong with my fingers though? Number 9, going on to cars. Now a lot of students are already driving or already own a car before we go to university. I'd recommend not bringing your car to university unless you have a guaranteed parking space. You can get parking permits in some places. Some roads you need to have a parking permit to park down. If you can get a parking permit, then fair enough, yes, bring your car. But I had the problem where I lived in my 2nd and 3rd year where there was no parking. Most universities offer a free bus to get to certain campuses and different places. You don't even really need your car because you have like a lot of public transport and also the free uni bus. I'd recommend not bringing your car unless it's extremely essential or you have a definite parking space. Last but not least is number 10. The final tip I'm going to give you starting university is to join a society. Now, that probably seems like the scariest thing ever. In all 3 years of university I was in part of 3 societies and I do not regret joining any of them. One of them I actually got to be social sec for a year as well, which was pretty cool. So I got to organise all the events for the society. So basically when you first start university there'll obviously be a freshers week, and during freshers week there'll be a thing called freshers fair. That's where you'll get to see all societies around your university once you can join. So you get to meet all the committee of the society and they can tell you all about the society, and if there's any you're interested in I really recommend joining. A lot of the sports societies especially have quite a high membership fee, but some of these much smaller societies are either free to join or only cost like £5 to join. You will meet people who love the same thing as you and you will make so many new friends from joining society, and I cannot recommend it enough. Some people have fallen so in love with society they've become part of a committee, and that could be a thing you could do one day. It's good for your CV. I personally was part of 3 societies like I just mentioned, and one of them was a sports society, and I'm actually like the laziest person ever, but I joined it because I was so curious. So in 1st year I officially joined the pole fitness society. Yes, I do pole fitness. I absolutely loved it. 3 years later I am still doing it. If you cannot find a society that you like, you can start your own. If you can find enough people who would be willing to join a society and you campaign to your union, you can actually turn it into a society and you can have your own. I'm very sad there's no YouTube society at my uni, and I kind of wish there was one now. But if you don't want to join a society, that's alright too. It's just an idea. Just a quick bonus tip before I finish. Please do not feel bad if university is not for you. If you want to leave uni for whatever reason, that is fine. If you don't want to be there anymore, not enjoying it, that's fine. It's a lot of money to be spending if you're not enjoying yourself. There is a lot of student support around if you need anyone to talk to if you're really struggling, but if you really cannot do it, please not be ashamed to drop out, and there's always next year if you want to do something else as well. But anyway, so that is my tips video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.